everybody. Welcome to Cooking with Riz. All right, who's in the mood for a really great Italian appetizer? My mother used to make roasted red peppers. And this was actually requested by a dear friend, Tony Sanchez. Tony grew up with my brother Sal. So what you do is you take two or however many red peppers you want. Today we're going to make two whole red peppers. You put them on a pan, you put them in the broiler, and you want to broil them so that the skin gets really black. Because what we're going to do is peel off this outer skin that tends to be really tough, and it really is hard to digest. And then we're going to clean and slice the peppers. We're also going to roast a few cloves of garlic with the peppers. My mom used to use raw garlic. I tend to like to roast the garlic. It's a little bit sweeter. It's not as harsh. And then we will mix the peppers with some fresh parsley, salt, pepper, and really good olive oil. All right, I went ahead and toasted some crostini. So I basically just took some sourdough bread, put a little olive oil on it, and then put it under the broiler just to give it a little bit of a toast. You don't have to serve this hot. It actually will be really good when it's cooled down. So what we want to do is layer the peppers on top of the bread so you have a little vehicle to kind of eat it as an appetizer. So the peppers have been in for about 10 minutes. So you can see the skin is starting to get black and blistery. That's what you want. I'm going to leave this side in for a few minutes more, and then I'm going to rotate them so that we get this black, blistery caramelization all over the pepper. And then we're going to peel the skin that's bubbling. Once that's done, we will clean the pepper, slice it, and then add it to the garlic, the parsley, salt, and pepper, and olive oil. I went ahead and took the garlic out after 10 minutes because it's already soft. See, the peel comes right off. We're going to cut off the little culo because we don't like that little stem in our food. And then we'll dice up the garlic. You want to set a timer for about 5 minutes. Check those peppers every 5 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and chop up my parsley now and chop up my garlic while the red peppers continue to roast. I always try to fill the downtime with other activities so that I can stay ahead of all the things that I need to do when I'm making dinner. So chopping parsley is pretty simple. You just go ahead and run the knife through it, give it a nice good chop. I usually buy a bunch of parsley and I clean it all and then store it in the refrigerator, either wrapped in paper towels or in a plastic bag once it's dry. You can use Italian flat parsley or you can use the curly parsley. My mother loved the curly parsley. She used that in everything, but I kind of like the flat parsley. So now we'll transfer the garlic and the parsley to the serving bowl. And then once we have the red peppers ready, we'll add them and then we'll pour on the olive oil, salt, and pepper. Look at the char that I've got on this pepper. The skin is black and it's bubbly. This layer of skin is gonna peel right off, and that's exactly what you want. The pepper's really hot to handle, so I'm going to try to use a little pair of tongs to peel that off. And then we're going to cut the pepper. We're going to get rid of the seeds. We're going to get rid of the ribbing. And then we're going to slice it into strips. So you want to peel the entire pepper. Get all that, just that little top layer of that really, really thin skin off. There we go. We'll peel it all the way around. Just be careful not to burn your fingers. And then the other pepper is cooking. When that's done, I'll take it out of the oven as well, and we'll clean it off. And here's the second pepper, nice and blackened, and then we'll peel that skin as well. Okay, so the first pepper is pretty much all peeled. Got maybe just a few little strands that I'll take care of up here. And then the second pepper we just pulled out of the oven. So you can see the skin is nice and blackened. And this should come off relatively easily. So we'll go ahead and peel this pepper. And what you're left with is a nice, deliciously cooked little flesh. It's nice and soft. We'll cut that up, and then we're going to mix it with the garlic and the parsley and the olive oil. You can see here that the stem pulls right off because everything's so soft. And now what I'll do is just cut into the flesh, cut this in half. There's a lot of liquid in here. So now we'll clean out the ribbing and the seeds. So what you're left with is this beautiful red pepper, soft red pepper skin. Okay, so now I've got my clean peppers. You can see there's no seeds. All of that top layer of skin has been cut off. Oh, there's a seed snuck in. You don't want that in there. So now what I'm going to do is just slice these lengthwise in little thin slices. Oh, there's a little skin. We don't want that. So you slice all the peppers. Like so, and put it in the bowl with the parsley and the garlic. And then once all the peppers are sliced, we'll add the olive oil, salt, and pepper. Okay, so now I've got all of my peppers sliced. I'm just going to go ahead and take my olive oil, sprinkle some olive oil on here. This is probably, maybe a quarter cup of olive oil. And then some salt. Not too much. And then pepper. My mother used to make this when we had the family over. It's a great Christmas item to make because it's green and white, or green and red. Also the color of the Italian flag, green, white, and red. Okay, so now we'll do a little taste. We'll get a little crostini, and we'll put some peppers on the crostini, and we'll take a bite. Wow. That's as good as I remember it when my mother used to make this. So Tony Sanchez, this is for you, my friend. I hope you make this and enjoy it and think of my mom and our family. Buon appetito.